Good blessed Sunday morning, July the 23rd, 2023. It's about 4:30 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me, anything I say or do or I produce. That's your prerogative. You have a right. You have a first, 14th. You have so many rights to the United States Constitution to do as you please, as long as you do it in a lawful, in a peaceful manner. Today, I want to talk about something that happened here in a town or a city that I've been living in for the past 27 plus years here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. The population being 5,947. It might have went up to 6,000, give or take. But it's something that happened here on Thursday, July the 20th, 2023, on the west side of town that I live on, which is predominantly black. It's something happened that it would, if a person really take a look at it, you will see we don't have any black leaders in the black community. I'm a leader, ain't no question, but I'm saying these individuals that you see, they got the government grant money. And if the shoe fit, wear it. These individuals that have these black businesses, and if the shoe fit, wear it. These people that the city of Charleston, Missouri is letting get on the zone committee where they know when the city is selling property, but before it be published in the newspaper where other people can bid on it. You got two felons here in Charleston, Missouri, is able to get hold of all that. They get millions of dollars here in Charleston, Missouri, but they ain't doing nothing in the black community. Some of y'all might say, what that got to do with it? Got a lot to do with it. Because once you see what happened here on Thursday, July the 20th, 2023, here on the west side, the black side of town, you would wonder, where is the money that these two black businessmen that's on the zone committee here in Charleston, Missouri, two felons, where's all that money that they making going to? Now, you will see them giving away food. You'll see them giving away pumpkins. You'll see them giving away fruit. You'll be seeing them get away watermelons and things like that. But you ain't seeing them doing nothing else. Now, let me give you an introduction of what happened here in Charleston, Missouri on Thursday, July the 20th, 2023. 14 accused Charleston, Missouri based gang members indicted on federal drug charges. Now, this is according to court documents that's you can get publicly to see. It says, according to court records, hundreds of thousands of dollars, drugs has been seized in connection with, I ain't gonna say alleged. It didn't say alleged. I just said alleged. With it, a siege from a local gang, including approximately 65 kilos now. Listen to this. 65 kilos of methamphetamine, kilograms rather. 65 kilograms of methamphetamine, 3.55 kilograms of cocaine, 653.9 grams of fentanyl, 215 grams of MDMA, also known as ecstasies or Molly, 5.85 kilograms of marijuana. Now, before I go on, I want to show y'all something that that also was said. It said also this alleged, well, they don't just say alleged, this gang has been linked to shootings in southeast Missouri, which is where I live, in southern Illinois, stretching back from Cairo going on up north. The gang hosted a party in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County on February the 19th, 2022, where 2 people were killed and 14 others was injured. I did a story on that. 2 young females was killed. 14 others was injured. But the reason why I'm reading this here and telling you all about this here, especially in the black community here in Charleston, Missouri, what I just read that they said they seized, the federal government said they seized. Now, that's something normal in a place like Chicago, Illinois. They probably seize that daily. That's minute. That's a small amount for a city like Chicago, Illinois. A city like St. Louis, Missouri. A city like Atlanta, Georgia. Memphis, Tennessee. But let me show you something now. You got a sheriff here by the name of Brenton H. Farrow, who has a captain by the name of Barry Morgan. His captain was arrested by the Illinois State Police for 2 charges: official misconduct and battery stemming from a suspect that he had in custody with him. Listen to them charges. I followed them. I went to court on January the 11th, 2023, when Barry Morgan pled guilty, and his sheriff, his boss, Brenton Farrow, instead of trying to chase down all this stuff that the federal government, the Illinois State Police, and the federal government got, Brent Farrow was down there defending another criminal. Now, they call these individuals criminal. If these individuals had all of this stuff in their years of gang and doing shooting in southern Illinois and in southeast Missouri and killing people and selling this stuff that's killing people, then they criminals. But Brent Farrow went to Vienna, Illinois, Johnson County on January the 11th, 2023. This is not something that I'm assuming I know, because I went down there to report back to Charleston, Missouri, to let them know what happened to this Captain Barry Morgan, who was out on bond and who supposed to have been just doing administrative duties. I got proof videos showing him going on calls of shooting, showing him going into the house or individuals and got shot here on the west side of town. Why he's still on bond now. Didn't supposed to be doing this type of calls. The chief of police, Robert Hearns, here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, was on the scene, and he knew Barry Morgan isn't supposed to be out there. But you see, Brent Farrow got on the news on this case here just recently in Charleston, Missouri, saying these individuals is selling, doing all this here, selling these drugs, and they messing up their own community. When he's saying there, he talking about the black community. I agree with him. You see, he said something else when they had a shooting during Memorial Day, I believe it was last year of 2022 or 2021, might be 2022. When they had a car show in Wilson City, and there was some shooting, and he said his deputy seen some of the guys laughing, and a news person asked him, Brent Farrow that is, why do you think that was, what is he laughing? he said it's a cultural thing. In other words, that's a cultural thing for blacks. That's why I called him a racist when I was videoing when they had the bus here in town with these 19 individuals that they arrested. That's why I called him a racist, and I asked him about his duties as a sheriff. Why did you go down there and protect your captain, who I look down, more down on him than I look down on these 19 individuals that they arrested for these drug activities and all this other thing? I'm going to tell you why. Because his captain swore an oath to serve and protect. But yet he beat up an individual he had in custody. Then Brent Farrow made a statement. It's not me saying it. He said the Illinois State, so many words, the Illinois State Police, instead of arresting his captain for committing crimes, they should be going at the criminals in the streets. They did. They got these 19. They got your captain, but you help your captain get rid of the greater charge, the official misconduct. And I'm ashamed of the special prosecuting attorney that came out of Springfield, Illinois, that laid there and made that deal with y'all and not looking at the fact what this man was doing out on bond while he was out on bond before y'all let him get that plea bargain. He was out there making calls, which he shouldn't have even been out there, abusing other individuals. But Brent Farrow, I ain't mad at the people that's arresting these guys if this is what they did, because I know a lot of people, and I have close people to me that died of fentanyl overdose. Marijuana laced with things that's messing people's minds up. But at the same time, I can tell you two criminals that Brent Farrow backed it. Lester Gillespie on December the 7th, 2022, in a slum property that shouldn't even been able to rent to anybody. If you look at it today, it was boarded up back in December of 2022. It's still boarded up now, meaning that when this female was living in there, it wasn't livable. But he was getting rent from her. But Brent Farrow, one of his deputies, went to that property with Lester Gillespie so Lester Gillespie could retrieve something on December the 7th, 2022. And the female and her kids was in there, minor kids was in there. You can hear on the video Lester Gillespie bursting his way in. The deputy even said it. Lester said, "This is my house." And he said, "You can't do that because you renting it out. Listen to it real good." And he said that I can arrest you if you don't leave. And Lester Gillespie said, "I can call Brent Farrow." Listen to it good. Don't just stop when he said I can call Brent Farrow, but he said I work for him. In other words, he said he worked for Brent Farrow. Lester Gillespie is a felon who got convicted in the 1990s for voter fraud in the same black community. You see, Brent Farrow, he wants to act like he cared about these 19 individuals. He's sitting on the corner of Locust in Marshall Street, him and his captain, while the federal government and the State Highway Patrol is doing their job. Brent Farrow, in January 11, 2023, he was all the way in Vienna, Illinois, Johnson County, in court with his captain. But his captain committed a crime. In other words, Brent Farrow saying that the Illinois State Police was wrong. Brent Farrow said that his office did an internal investigation and they didn't see Barry Morgan doing anything wrong. But here's a higher authority than Brent Farrow, the Illinois State Police, not just the Illinois State Police, the Illinois State Police Criminal Division. And these are some of the same ones that arrested these 19 individuals. If Brent Farrow captain ain't guilty, then these 19 individuals shouldn't be guilty. But I'm not saying they're not. But I'm just showing you to show you Brent Farrell don't care about the law. Brent Farrell is somebody that inherit some good money because he was adopted by somebody that had money. You see what I'm saying? And he messed that money up. But let me show you what Brent Farrell is about. Brent Farrell is about helping certain criminals. Les Gillespie. The blacks in this town know about him. Les Gillespie and his daughter, Daisy Hall. Both of them tried to put charges on me saying that they terrified of me and I ain't never did nothing but expose what her daddy was doing. But I'm going to let y'all see that again. You see, sometime when people got money like Les Gillespie, him and them two, him and that other black that's on the zone committee that just giving y'all watermelons, tomatoes, pumpkins, and government food, while they making millions, them and their family and friends making millions of dollars in the black community, but you ain't seeing them. They have certain blacks. Some of these individuals that got locked up in this here, I guarantee you they was working for Lester Gillespie when he was working for Susanna Wesley and after he parted from Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center. I guarantee you that. I know for a fact. But I'm going to leave with this here. Some people saying, why is showing this here? Because I know the criminal life and I know the good life. Where I'm at now, the people I'm surrounded with now, the good life. Brothers that's trying to change. Brothers that's trying to expose people like Lester Gillespie. Like the other individual that work on that's on the zone committee. That show you what the city of Charleston, Missouri, and the Mississippi County Sheriff and Police Chief care about what's going on here. You see what I'm saying? Brent Farrell, why was you in Vienna, Illinois, trying to protect, but you helped him use your influence. You see what I'm saying? To get the official misconduct dropped and let Barry Morgan still have the battery. KFVS 12, why didn't you put that in the newspaper? Why didn't Brent Farrell get an interview with you telling you about what happened to his sheriff, his captain on January 11, 2023. I told KFVS 12 about it, but they didn't want to hear it. I told the Standard Democrat and everybody else, they didn't want to hear it. But if that was these 19 individuals, they'll have it in there. I told them about what Lester Gillespie did. But see, now, he did it to a person that's afraid to speak up. You see what I'm saying? But he couldn't have did that to any black female. And if he'd have did it to a white female, Brent Farrell wouldn't have had to intervene. Somebody else would have intervened. All of y'all that call yourself NAACP members here in Charleston, Missouri, and knowing what Lester doing, knowing that Lester and some of them other NAACP members, you see what I'm saying? His stellar consulting company, his Fresh Start so-called performance centers. We know them addresses when you Google them up. They're not no centers. Them houses that he live in, he renting out to other people and then putting them out and then getting grant money to fix them up. Look at that color. That's his sorority. Look at that old church that he bought for him and his Mason brothers. Anybody's a Mason that's a part of what Lester is, you a criminal and you don't care nothing about the black community. Anybody connected with this stellar consultant in this Fresh Style Performance Center, y'all know what he doing. Y'all doing the same thing. Y'all glad that I'm barred from the Civic Center here, the Helen Kern Center, all of the housing authority properties, because I spoke up against a white family and some other people that was destroying my property. Y'all didn't speak up for me. I'm an NAACP member. But one thing about it, I'm going to continue to expose y'all. Y'all look into this. Look into this money that these two individuals getting from the zone committee. That's on the zone committee, the two blacks. One of them got a $2.5 million grant in Fresh Start from 2020 to 2023 got 2.1 million. Ask them where that money going to. It ain't these watermelons that they giving out, these pumpkins that they giving out, this free food they giving out, because they getting all that free from the government. But I'm going to leave y'all with this here. Brent Farrow, the Mississippi County Sheriff, and his captain, Barry Morgan, they not for the black community. They not serving and protecting black community. Bobby Hearns, where's his captain? Anthony Mooney, I don't even see him. These people getting paid money, and what is they doing in the community? Why do the FBI and the state police have to always come over here to solve problems? Why is it that I filed something with against an officer here in Charleston, Missouri, to Bobby Hearns on February the 27th, 2023, and yet to get an answer yet? Why haven't charges been filed from December the 20th and 21st of 2022 when some individual young black thugs came attacking me and my daughters at my house and shooting things at me and my daughters in my car? Why ain't nothing charged? Why ain't no charges filed? You know why? Because they not serving and protecting the black community. They protecting people like Lester Gillespie. They protecting people like Barry Morgan. Whether that girl want to press charges for Lester trying to kick her door in, charges, the state should pick it up. They pick it up everything else. When a black person do something to another black person or a white person and the person don't want to come to court, they let the police testify and the state pick it up. Let Nicholas Pratt, the sheriff deputy that told Lester Gillespie that he committed a burglary and assault right in front of him on December the 7, 2022 against that young girl that was staying in that house. Let Pratt testify against Lester. It's all on tape. Look at my videos. I'm going to leave y'all with what Lester Gillespie did, and Brent Farrow told his deputy, Pratt, write your report. But we ain't doing nothing to Lester Gillespie. Take him out of them handcuffs. Peace be still. Live here in Charleston, Missouri, July the 20th, 2023. It's about 9:37 a.m. Here on Locust and Marshall Street. You got the State Highway Patrol. You got the Missouri State Highway Patrol. You got the Sheriff's Department. I don't see any police. You got the Sheriff's Department. The state police lined up all up and down here. There's been a major drug bust in this town here in Charleston, Missouri. And the only thing that I don't really see, you have some of them out here like Barry Morgan. You can see him with the light, I believe the light blue shirt on, standing next to the sheriff. He's a criminal himself. But you can see they lined up out here. And I don't know who all they got, but I know a couple of individuals I know for a fact worked it for Lester Gillespie with his Fresh Start program. You see this here, they lined all the way up here. Lined up all around here, up in here. I'm not mad if something is not right. All them cars that you see, trucks you see them, is highway patrol. We got one Charleston, Missouri Police Department out here. That's Barry Morgan right there. Like I said, he's a man. He's out on he's on 12 months probation, but I don't know how they have him out here doing anything. He don't want to turn his How you doing, Sheriff?
Hey, Raymond.
All right, all right, all right.
Hey, I appreciate you helping all this.
You say what now?
I appreciate you helping all this.
You know what, Sheriff? You know one thing about you, man?
What's that?
God gonna deal with you. You know what I mean? You know, hey, one thing about you, they should be arresting you and Barry Morgan, because both of y'all criminals. You know what I mean? Both of y'all criminals. And see, you can say what you want to say, but if somebody did some harm with me, man, I don't care damn how rich your family is, man, I had you put in the federal penitentiary, man. You's a racist. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you an individual that started chaos in this community.
What I do?
What you just said now, thank me for helping you with this. You see what I'm saying? You know one thing about you?
Why you be humble?
Hey, I am humble. I am humble. I'm just setting you out because you was a racist and you was a mess starter in Charleston, Missouri. You and your captain right there.
Why? 'Cause I give you a...
You don't go on the white side, no. You sitting here to try, people know who I am. See, one thing about me, I know you. You see what I'm saying? I know you.
Yeah, but you don't if you call me a racist.
Yeah, you is a racist. You is a racist. How many sheriff deputies do you have?
Not enough.
No, you don't have. How many black sheriff deputies do you have? Not now.
You get them to apply.
But you got Barry Morgan. You was down in Vienna, Illinois when he was charged with official misconduct and battery on an inmate.
And you were there supporting?
No, I wasn't there supporting him. I was out there setting you out. I never support you, man. If I seen you laying in the streets and some criminals had you and that captain, I'd turn my back, man, because y'all criminals.
So how's that guy?
But anyway, y'all, let me let y'all just see this. You got a sheriff that's a criminal here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and you got his captain, the same thing. But I'm back to this here, y'all. You know, one day I know the State Highway Patrol.
Wish ill on somebody?
You say what now?
You gonna talk about God and wish ill on somebody?
Hey, listen here. One thing about me, when it's the devil like you,
Okay.
I don't have no respect for you. You got a captain standing right there. When David got shot in Wilson City, he ran. I got the video. He ran, but you making him a hero.
Sure was Wilson City.
He ran.
Wilson City.
Yeah, he ran. Yeah, he ran. That's y'all. Y'all take a good look at this individual. He support criminals. You see what I'm saying? You the same one when Nicolas Cage got Lester Gillespie for assault and burglary, you told him to let him go. So that's two criminals that we know that you supported. When you run again, we gonna make sure you don't get reelected and you and Barry Morgan get locked up. Thank God that the State Highway Patrol ain't letting y'all be a part of this here because y'all two of the biggest criminals here. I ain't got nothing against that officer right there because he do his job.
Did you get everything you need, sir?
Is there
anything else that you needed?
I'm not leaving my property until
Is
we
there-
go leave together.
is there
I
anything else that-
I don't even trust her with you.
Is there anything else that you? That,
Okay, why don't
Okay.
you trust her with me?
First of all,
hold on,
barged
wait,
in
wait,
here and
wait,
committed
stop,
burglary.
stop.
You did.
this is my house.
You own the house that you rented, sir.
Stop it.
Listen to me, man.
Uh-huh.
Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, go on and do what you're
I'm
gonna do.
going to do what I'm doing. I'm taking a report.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call Fred. I can call Brett.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to him because he ain't even done nothing.
No,
This is what
I'm-
you're doing. You getting
I
on
opened
to
that door 'cause she was
everybody.
in the way.
But you
She
getting
was
on to
standing behind us,
everybody.
so
No,
you committed an assault.
You getting on to
And a
everybody.
burglary because you can't go into your house
You're
if you've
get-
rented it to somebody.
Let me tell you what happened, sir.
Uh-huh. You barged into the door. I seen it.
The door was open.
Y'all stop.
The door was
Yeah, the door
closed.
was open, but she was standing
And she was
behind it,
standing
and
right
you pushed it
there.
open.
And I asked her, we coming in.
Pushed it
You
open.
said she was a
Now we
sheriff.
can do this. You can leave or you can go to jail with me. How about that?
Sir, listen to me, man.
Okay.